Hi, I'm Charene, an empowerment life coach and inspirational speaker. Welcome to another version of Kitten Talk. And today I'd like to talk to you about, let's say, people's opinion, other people's opinion, how we carry the frequency of other people's opinion, and how those opinions affect our individual life experiences. Excuse me. Let me take some coffee here. I won't keep you long today because time is of an essence right now. But I just wanted to talk to you regarding other people, your opinion towards other people, and other people's opinion towards you, and how we tend to make it seem as if someone else's opinion matters most than that of our own. Um, when we do that, this could be someone who is, um, how can I put this? Let me put it this way. We tend to feel more effects of what someone else thinks if they are someone that is close to us that we love, a very close a friend, could be a spouse, could be a sibling, could be a parent. A lot of times the heaviness comes between someone that you cherish in life or someone that you consider to be, that you put in your vernacular, in your thought stream as a very valuable person to you in your life. So when this person has an opinion, be it a positive or a negative, and they interject that opinion to you into your universal energy stream, then what you do is how you digest it that really matters. Because it's inevitable that they're going to bring it to you anyway. One way or another, they're going to bring you their opinion. And you, in turn, are going to bring your own opinion to something that is being said. Have you ever, for instance, have you ever had a conversation with a really good friend of yours or relative? Okay, anything, cousin, friend, doesn't matter, parent, and you're talking about a situation that you are experiencing in life, something that you're dealing with at the time, and that person just pipes up and starts giving you that opinion. Oh, watch out for this, or oh, I've done that before, this is what you should do. But you never really gave them lead to give you feedback in the form of an opinion. They just naturally assume that when you speak about it that you're reaching out and asking them for advice. This can be somewhat irritating, and sometimes it is irritating. I know it's irritating for me. But I patiently sit and listen. Some people don't patiently sit and listen. They listen to what, it depends on your level of frequency. If you are going to be able to say, okay, I know that they need to express themselves in this manner, this is who they are, um, even though it's kind of a flaw as far as you're concerned. Um, and sometimes you can sit there and you can think that. Sometimes you are at a place, you're at a zone, a frequency zone where you can actually sit there and appreciate just them being them. And then there are most times, there are those moments when you didn't ask for an opinion, and they're giving it anyway, and then you start getting frustrated by their opinion. But the moment that you get frustrated is the moment that your frequency is being clattered. It's actually taking a jarring. It's like hitting up against their fence, and you're feeling frustrated because they're sending you an energy stream of what their belief system is, of what they've experienced, and you yet are in the midst of your experience, or you've already been here before. You've got to correct some things you didn't do in the last experience. Okay, so now it's coming back around to you, and this energy stream is now fighting their energy stream. It's just kind of just pushing up against it. Okay, and that's the frustration. Right in between the pushing is the emotional energy of frustration. That's where you feel the frustration coming in. And this is not just with someone's opinion, this is about all other things in life. Your primary being, the soul, is is it's general static. I mean, it's general status, it's status of being, it's default status of being is peace, non-moving, non-emotional. It can't get excited and happy and sad and all that, but pretty much the soul knows all, so it doesn't really have a response to whether it's good or bad. However, you thinking in a general sense, when you get frustrated, you cut yourself off of that knowledge, from that knowledge. It's just like that chakra system that you're using, and most times it's the three lower chakras, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus that we're mostly generating with, along with the heart chakra. And what happens is when you get that frustration coming in, you forget that you don't care about their opinion. Really, honestly, you really must put yourself at a point where, okay, I accept that you have an opinion, but this is my experience. And while I can take advice from others, and sometimes it's good to take advice from those who've experienced things before, but they can't. What happens is when you make it a belief system of yours, then there's a problem. Then the frustration starts. I believe what you're saying. I'm going to try what you're saying, but what you're saying and it doesn't. When you try what they said, maybe it doesn't work for you the way it worked for them. Then it becomes a problem. The frustration. You're again hitting up against the wall of their energy stream of belief and your energy stream of either not knowing or believing. Now, say it does work for you. Say whatever they suggested does work for you in your experience. Okay, so now what happens is their energy stream of belief now entwines with yours, and it's a lock. And you now are attached to their energy stream. Frequencies work in this universe, in this realm. Invisible streams are shooting everywhere. Invisible streams of energy are shooting out of us at all times in everything and everybody. It's an energy stream that keeps attaching to different things. It just does. I wish you could see the streams as I see them. I see energy streams all the time. Is that a good thing for me? I wouldn't say that it's not a good thing. I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. Sometimes it keeps you paranoid. So, take it as you will, whichever way you want to toss that, as far as in taking my perception of energy streams. Now, as I speak to you, I'm giving and generating to you my experiences and my beliefs. You don't have to take these. You must form your own beliefs. If your beliefs coincide and resonate with my beliefs, then so be it. It is what it is, and maybe it works for you, maybe it doesn't. The thing I'm trying to get at is whatever your opinion, whatever someone else's opinion is, does not have to be a locked energy stream and frequency for you. Okay? You can easily take in all that you receive in a day. You can take that in, someone's opinion, whatever experience you're having, you can take it all in. But you don't have to form a belief system around it, and you don't have to accept it as law. Imagine that when you're born, you have an empty canvas. And in that empty canvas, as you keep developing within this realm, and you year after year, month after month, minute by minute, hour by hour, whatever, that canvas is being filled in. As you become aware of yourself as a being, generally you don't think about, okay, well, I've got to be cautious of what is around me and what is streaming in. You have to first understand that you are a being of light at all times. And the canvas that you were born in on, that was clean and fresh and new, has been filled in by individual beliefs that you have locked into. And if you find yourself at a frustrating point in life, because, oh, it's a very good scenario. You grew up, and as you were growing up in your household, your parents said, go to school, get an education. It's the best thing for you. You're going to, if you have an education, you're easily to get a job, and you'll never be without a job, blah, blah, blah. Well, that was their belief. You caught on to it, you took it, you ran with it. I'm guilty of it. But that's not your story. Not everybody's story is the same as that belief system. However, we caught on to it, we believed it, and now in this day and age, in this economy, there's lots of people who have degrees that just don't are still unemployed and looking for employment. The depression, the negative energy that it filters in when you cannot achieve that which you believe, when that has not manifested to you, um, is where I want to tap into. That depression is an expectation. That energy stream that lowers after you don't receive that which you believed in. You believe that if you went to school, you'd have a great job for the rest of your life. You could retire. You could have a nice retirement. Blah blah blah. That was the belief system of the generation before you, and at some point that did happen for them. But in this present generation, that's not necessarily the case for many people. So and so they find themselves in a energy vortex of depression and thinking that I'm not achieving what I need to achieve, thereby I am less than who I need to be. I'm less than what others are, because I'm walking around in this world and other people have jobs and things like that, but I don't. And so I feel like I'm less of a person because I don't have a job. That's not necessarily so. That comes by your belief system, your energy stream, that frequency that you locked into when you were growing up and believing that that was the only core, that was the only way to live a great life in this realm, was to, have that degree, and or either go get a job and stick with the company and be there for life. Well, we have seen that that's not necessarily so. Expectations can be a killer. If you expected that this was what was supposed to happen, or if you anticipate something happen and expect that it shall be happening, that's the killer. That's what kills everything. It makes you depressed, it keeps you sad, and your frequency just kind of plummets from there. And you wake up feeling like, why am I here? What's going on in this life? I'm not getting it. I'm not like everybody else. I can't, the word can't comes in. You see? So you just keep going down and down and down. And you start thinking to yourself, why is things so hard? It all originated from that belief system that you locked into. Not knowing that, okay, it was a natural thing to do, to just not lock into that belief system if you grew up with it. But and breaking the cycle is even a little bit more rougher. It's like breaking a habit. It's like breaking a habit if you were a smoker, and how many smokers are out there and now no longer smoke and know how hard it is to stop continuing that habit. It's the same thing with the frequency of belief systems and how you believe things, and the frequency that you locked into. You have to now untwine yourself. And that untwining takes a minute. It's not a drive-through situation. You can't just go in and order a Big Mac from this belief system. You have to totally understand what it is, recognize that, hey, I've had this belief all my life that if I get my degree and I can go and get a great job. But the flip side of it is I haven't experienced that. So what am I saying here? If you don't experience it, then there's something else. It's not your story. There's something else for you. There's a story for you that's on the flip side of that belief. What would happen if you changed that belief system? A bit scary, yes. It's like jumping off a cliff, because the belief itself was somewhat familiar to you. Okay, it gave you some type of security, some type of familiarity in life. That belief system somewhat paralyzes and it starts to be destructive from within. So what I'm saying is, if you can corner in on just one belief system that you have, that in your experiences, in your living, your daily living experiences, you have experience counter what you believe, opposite of what you believe, then take a look at that belief system. Does it really work for you? Don't live your standards by other people's opinion. Other people's a belief system and other people's opinion is can be a paralyzing factor for you in your life. I I'm not really, it took a long time for myself, for me, to get past that belief system of what other people believe about me, about my circumstances, about whatever, because I was making those people, their belief, their opinions matter. It is so often that we do this. We do this with loved ones and friends. If the friend is not, if you believe one thing, or the friend is trying to tell you, oh no, it's not that way, then, and you want to, keep the peace, and you want to seem, you don't want to cause any ruckus, you go along with that friend's belief system. We all have power. I hate to call it power, but we all have these abilities to stand within our own self. But we must first tap into the core of us, the inner us, the soul of us, to find that stream of energy frequency that will help us recreate our canvas, okay, our life canvas, to the degree that we abide by our belief systems based on what we know to be truth. That can only come by experience. And this is not to say not to take anyone's advice, but if the opinion comes to you and it is not a lifting opinion, it is not one that will elevate you, or you're not able to identify it as being something that will elevate your state of being, your emotional state of being, then this is an opinion that you may want to put to the side and really mull over, not automatically attach to it and believe that this is the way, this is the only stream, this is the only way. Because when we lock ourselves into beliefs, what we do is we close out any other possibility that the universe has for us to discover and experience. There are so many different possibilities. If you're sitting there looking at this and you're saying, well, I still don't have a job, or I still don't have that car, or I still don't have that home, or my bank account still is low. What do you mean believing? You must think about how you got yourself, how it became to this point, this time space that you are in. What belief system did you carry to pull yourself into the time space that you now exist in? That is where I'm going. Thoughts, yes, are things. And as I stated in other videos, the emotions have to come with those thoughts, along with you verbalizing it, focusing and concentrating on it before it manifests into this realm. This is not an easy thing. But if you notice that all negative things seem to manifest very quickly in this realm. And when it becomes positive, only if you are in a state of peace do these positive things manifest through. Some quick, but most often we have to sit back and wait, because a lot of what we believe, we have a huge package of energy frequency that is called doubt. And because of how we were raised to believe, we are constantly fighting that energy stream called doubt. Someone says to you, you can be anything you want, you can make your life any way you want, but now you're looking at your life and you say, well, what the hell is going on? Because it's not, I didn't desire this. I didn't make this. I mean, I'm living this. I wanted something totally different. Key word, wanted. We must always understand what we're saying, what we're speaking, because everything we say and speak is part of that belief frequency. Understand that you have the ability to recreate your canvas and to believe for yourself, for you, the individual, what you desire to believe. If this means standing up against family and having to be cut off, always understand that we are all, the universe always has other avenues for you. If you don't, it's not necessarily that you'll be cut off. It's really how you handle the situation. I thank you for, someone gives me that opinion. I'm sitting on the phone or I'm sitting somewhere talking to someone and I say something, some experience that's happening to me, and then they start giving me their opinion about it, and I never initiated or campaigned for their opinion, and they still yielded for it. I have the ability now to just sit and just listen. Maybe they have some important information that I want to garner, but that doesn't mean that I have to take their opinion and run with it. And it doesn't mean that I have to be rude about it. It just means that I can say easily, very easily, because remember, energy streams are shooting at you when they're talking, and you're thinking and you're seeing what they're saying, and it's becoming a reality for you. So the best thing you can do is say, you know what? Thanks for that advice. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm going to consider it. Leave it at that. I'm going to consider it. But you never said I was going to ponder it or think about it or do it. Be very careful in what you pick up and how you believe what you pick up, because you lock yourself in to someone else's energy stream just by opinion. And also be cautious of how these opinions make you feel. If someone's laughing at you, why are they laughing? Is it laughing because they're insecure and you can't see that because they're laughing at you, or they're having other people laugh at you? Okay, so they laugh at you. Laugh back. And if they ask you why you're laughing, just tell them I'm laughing at you for your silly outlook on the opinion you have of me, that it would even matter. Just turn it around and make it a benefit for you. If people are bringing you opinions that do not benefit you, the best thing to do is to lay those benefits aside. Okay, I think I've rattled on enough today with the kitchen talk. And so what I'll do is I'll say goodbye and we will meet again. Thank you for listening. Blessings.